Hey there, Angel of Galaxy, back with some more channeled messages. Hope you're doing well. As always, just want to say thank you for clicking on my channel. Any support is always very much appreciated. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification button. And if these messages reach you loud and clear, then I've done my job for today. Please remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may go directly to the intended person, or they may be talking about someone you know. It could be their loved lost one, or a situation around you or them. You just may be that heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. Very important role. If I say male or female, remember that we have both aspects of the divine, feminine and masculine. So please take it as it resonates. Okay. Alright, so Spirit wants to talk about coffee. Alright, I want me to talk about coffee. Alright, so just the other day my son and his partner decided to purchase a coffee machine. And I'm waking this morning, I thought, let me go and try this device, because we just acquired it and all. Yeah. As I took my first sip of the coffee, I clearly heard nothing like real coffee. Yep, normally instant for me. No airs and graces here. So this lady wants me to talk about the word oracle. It comes from the Latin word oraculum, from the base word ora. I think that's how we put it. Ora, yeah. Meaning to speak. In modern Italian, ora, is it? Ore has evolved, sorry, I'm just trying to get my connection proper, to mean pray. Oracles enable us to refocus our energy and encourages us to use our imagination. They validate our own considerable power and make decision making easier and faster. They can offer a solution or simply a second option. In ancient times, when we were much closer to the cycles of the earth and the natural world around us, messages from the gods could be seen and interpreted as just part of life. Our ancestors would look for signals and symbols in the colour of the sky, in the song of a bird, or random way raindrop could fall upon a stone. An unexpected animal visitor could be potent for feast or famine, or the whispering of the wind, a message straight from the goddess's lips. In ancient Britain, women would shake herbs over a white cloth and allow seeds to drop. The patterns that would fall indicated the future for the family or gave the timing for their next child. The New Zealand Maori would throw 3 stones into the lake, and the way the stones would enter the water would indicate important information about the caster's past, present or future. The Ethiopians would toss coffee beans on a brass plate and watch how many fell off the plate and how they remained. I'm sorry. The numbers indicated various future scenarios, such as whether this year's harvest would be successful or it was time to sell off the cattle for the best profit. Some Native Americans and indigenous Australian tribes paid special attention to dreams and created highly complex rituals and art around the predictions and symbology of the dream time. All right, so I thought this was quite good. So if you enjoy cappuccino, You're a luxury-loving, pleasure-seeking, and you're family-orientated. If you go for a latte, like creature comforts, playful and friendly you are. Espresso, no nonsense, passionate, creative, inventive, individualistic, and complex, but that would be short black. Long black, good attention to detail, insightful. Flat white, calm, thoughtful, slightly introverted, inner life, important. Avogadro, daring, artistic, fun-loving, can seem tough, but actually very soft-hearted underneath. A mocker, good listeners, able to see both sides of a story, and quite tolerant, not quite like a mocha or a cappuccino. And a piccolo enjoys attention, likes to make big statements, positive and social. But asking for a strong version appreciates quality over quantity, driven and focused. And is it macho? Yeah. Adventurous, creative, and an ideas person. Very curious. That was a little bit I thought you'd enjoy. Anyway, which one are you? If you drink coffee, that is. I also like my tea though. Anyway, so I decided to give it a go and have a peek at the cup and ask Spirit to make a message for viewers. All right. So the first thing I noticed, it looked like a map. So for someone here, do you know where you're headed? Question mark. Do you have clear destination in your mind? If not, finding a map in your cup tells you that the way forward will be made clear and directions will be given to you. You may also be taking a trip or a lengthy journey in the near future. Next, I saw a parcel. Here it is ready, presented to you, neatly wrapped and tied with a bow. It is complete, and you have earned it. A surprise, a completion, or a gift. Maybe Christmas gift. And another thing I clearly noticed was fruit. It looked like a bunch of bananas, so this can suggest abundance in all things, particularly money, as it can indicate plenty, prosperity, health, and positivity. And also I clearly saw a face as well. It didn't resemble anyone I knew though. So yeah, with that it took me a bit by surprise because I was thinking, who is this face? This must be for somebody viewing. Anyway, so peering at me in the cup, a sad face. So this lady who's coming through is very concerned about a situation regarding her sister, who is sorrowful due to the fact she had to vacate her beloved home. Oh, that's awful, isn't it? She had no family members come forward to take care of her, having had numerous falls and slightly confused from time to time, mainly due to a water infection. This has had to occur. Oh. Okay, so who are you? So this is a sister in spirit who passed. Okay. All right. So she's taking me back to the upside down cardboard box I saw today just under a tree. I remember the box said Cypressa. So I'm thinking Cyprus, I guess. Cypressa, yeah. It also had 1964, so this lady could have been born then and may have lived somewhere else in the world after. Or the date may have some relevance, take it as it resonates. As I always say, names, dates, if the situation feels right for you, souls could be piggybacking on that particular message. So Take it as it resonates and leave the rest, okay? For someone else to enjoy. Alright, so when I'm thinking about it, it had shrink wrap on it as well, you know. We call that cling film here in England. So the box, that's what it stated. And you know, I was thinking about it, you kind of use that if you're moving house, don't you? Or selling up to protect valuable goods as they're being transported. Or if you're selling them and you want to post them, you know. So this really makes sense. If you're downgrading, you want to sell off stuff maybe. It also had lemon dressing. Ladolmio? Ladolmio. Literally meaning olive oil and lemon. It's perhaps the most classic Greek dressing. Yeah, I do like that actually. So this could mean something to someone as well. And I also have the date, the 2nd of December to the 12th of February, these dates, sorry. So that could be relevant too. And I don't know why, but I've got the number 352. So, okay. So I'm hearing Anna, Maria, and Zena. As I say, don't be put off by names. If it feels right, you just feel that in your gut, then this could be a message for you. A message within a message. Alright. Okay, so I'm seeing Athena. So, So I think she was regarded as the patron of protectress of various cities across Greece. So this goes quite well really, doesn't it, with the box. Okay, I'm getting it now, and the coffee. Alright. Particularly the city of Athens, yeah. I think this is where she most likely received her name, yeah. And I remember, like, you know, because I've looked this up before, her symbols include owls, olive trees, so olives, snakes, and the Gorgonian, I think that's how you pronounce it, yeah. Anyway, so this lady's hoping that her daughters will make sure that she has many visitors, especially for the first few weeks till she settles in. But of course, she really needs this to be ongoing. She knows you're all busy, but you need to step up now, okay? Yeah. She's going, look after my sister. She needs lots of encouragement, as it has been a huge shock to her to be transported to a care home. Very proud lady, you know, loved her home. And we forget that sometimes about people, mothers, you know, grandmothers, people who are put in these homes. Unfortunately, I've seen this myself. There are many people in these homes that family members just don't visit. Please go and see them. It will make their day, you know. I think it gets worse sometimes when these people have dementia too, because people don't understand that actually, even though in that state, they will know you're there, even if they don't show it. And they'll slip back in and out of that, consciousness. So, you know, don't be fooled. They do know. All right. So yeah. Oh, it's sad though. So I'm feeling that both these ladies would have been coffee readers. Yeah. So she's saying, look, you know, everyone's got a passion, even if they have gone into a care home. You know, ask her about that. Ask for a coffee reading. Set it up, bring your cup and things, you know. Ask about her fascinating stories, as we can all learn so much from the older community. Take her out to a cafe, show her that it doesn't have to be an institution. You know, she needs to feel wanted, and also lift her spirits. And show her that not everything has changed around her. Alright, she wants to leave you with that. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so my next message, come on in. Alright, the Spirit wanted me to talk about, okay, well it is Christmas I guess. coming up anyway. So I'm hearing Jack in the Box. So this is a toy consisting of a box containing a figure on a spring, which pops up, and when the lid is opened, scares you to death. A Jack in the Box is a children's toy that outwardly consists of a music box with a crank. When the crank is turned, a music box mechanism in the toy plays a melody. After the crank has been turned a sufficient number of times, such as at the end of the melody, the lid pops open and a figure, usually a clown or a jester, pops out of the box. Some Jack in the Box, often at random times when cranked, making the startle even more effective. Many of those that use "Pop Goes the Weasel," "Pop Goes the Weasel," open at the point in the melody when the word "pop" would be sung. In 2005, the Jack in the Box was inducted in the US Natural Toy Hall of Fame, where all displayed are types of versions of the toy, starting from the beginning versions and ending with the most recently manufactured versions. Originally, the Jack in the Box was made out of wood, but with new technology the toy could be constructed from the printed cardboard. Around the 1930s, the Jack in the Box became a wind-up toy made from tin. Additionally, the tin boxes began to be covered with images from children's nursery rhymes with corresponding themes. Over the years, the Jack in the Box has evolved into characters other than the clowns, such as Winnie the Pooh, the Cat in the Hat, the Three Little Pigs, Kittens, Dogs, Curious George, Santa Claus, Giraffe, and so on. A theory as to the origin of the Jack in the Box is that it comes from the 14th century English prelate Sir John Shorn, who is often pictured holding a boot with a devil in it. Oh dear. According to folklore, he once cast the devil into the boot to protect the village of North Marston in Buckinghamshire. The phrase Jack in the Box was first seen used in literature by John Foxe in his book Accoits and Monuments, first published in 1563. There he used the term as an insult to describe a swindler who would cheat tradesmen by selling them empty boxes instead of what they actually purchased. So I'm going back to a memory. I remember as a child I was given this very toy for Christmas. I have a memory of one particular year. Instead of placing down the presents downstairs, my mother decided to leave them at the bottom of the bed. She quietly crept into the room and left. Only what she didn't realise was I was awake, just way too excited to go to sleep. After all, my brother and I was peering out of the window for ages, trying to get a peek of Santa Claus, as you would, and his reindeers. Returning to her Christmas Eve duties, I woke my brother later on and pointed excitedly at the gifts that were piled high at the end of the bed. I'm not sure how old I was, but I must have been very, very young, as I still believed in Santa Claus. Anyway, we both waited for my mother and everyone else to settle down, fall asleep. Then we naughtily started to peek at the gifts, and the noise was enough to wake my parents, and needless to say, we never had our gifts at the bottom of our beds again. Alright, so the message coming in. I'm hearing Dale, Alan, and Ian. Alright, thank you. It was a Monday morning, and I'm hearing springtime. I hear the name Josie for a reason as well. Interesting, as the Jack in the Box has a springtime spring. Yeah, I had a great childhood. He's saying, firstly, when bad things happen, know that it is not meant against you. It is not a personal thing. No one is trying to hurt you or abandon you. I don't know who this is for, but there is no such thing as fair or unfair on earth. It just is. Change what you can and accept what you can't. Know that nothing stays the same, and no matter how painful it passes, after it passes, use the knowledge of the pain to help others. That way no bitterness strains your soul. And remember, the experience you go through are never in vain. They can only enrich your soul, even if they feel painful at the time. All right, interesting. So it's just a short message, you know. Okay. Whoever that's for, you'll realise anyway. I'm not meant to know these things. I'm just a messenger. Anyway. Alright. So now I'm hearing Driving Home for Christmas. That one, yeah, I think that's Michael Bublé. I'm sure I've had this before. Spirit love this one, don't they? So I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas. Yeah, well, I'm moving down that line. And it's all been so long, but I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. All right. So my first message is for someone who, of course, is travelling home to be with their family. The only drawback is that their father will not be there when they arrive. Oh dear, will you arrive? So I have this loving father coming in and saying, he's going to sing for you like the song. Though you can't hear me, again, reference to that. You may feel him near you, and he's hoping to get through to you right now. So there may be more signs and synchronicities coming in. There could be a song on the radio or your CD or whatever it is today while you're driving, and just know he's in the car with you, you know. Yeah, and the reference again is counting down the miles to your home for Christmas time. All right. Okay, he says Mum's going to be pretty tender, of course, and it's not going to be fun this year, but please try to make it fun, you know. Try to get everybody out of the way of feeling down and that, and he said just try. I don't know how you're going to do it, he says, but I will try to guide you. And give Mum such a massive big hug for us, you know, from me. Alright. So I'm seeing now a memory of children in the back of the car. There's two parents with a Christmas tree on top of the car. It's a huge tree as well. Get the feeling that Christmas time holds thousands of cherished memories for you all. Random, but I'm hearing cookie cutter, so that could have some relevance. Oh yeah, there's this feeling that you had so many different traditions, but they were not well known, you know, like everyone does. It's a big thing, so this is really important that you try to switch it up for her. Alright. And I don't know why, but they're showing me an image of a very old-fashioned fairy on the tree. So this may be relevant in some way. And the song goes, it's going to take some time, but I'll get there, top to toe, in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around, but soon there'll be a freeway, yeah, or a motorway. And I'm getting the name Philip, this is coming to mind. And he would have worn a suit to work, clever, serious, but only when he needed to be. Dark hair and a stickler for things getting done well. That's why he's coming in now and saying to you, find a way to bring some joy and happiness, because the whole family needs it. There's a brother in particular who you just need to be, sit with him for a while, chat to him, you know, console him. Tell him it's okay to cry, alright? Alright, lovely. The names I've got here, but again, take it as it resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Martin, Jess, Debbie, and Marge, I'm hearing. Alright, so my next channeling. Okay. So I decided to sort out some books the other day. I've had in the cupboard for some time. I'm trying to make more space, I guess. And I wanted to give stuff to charity, as I normally do. Moving them out of the space, so I felt something drop to the floor, so got down to have a look what it is. And it had gone under a bit of furniture, but it was an appointment card. It's very small, yeah. And when I looked at it, I was like, wow, because the date on it was 25th of the 6th, 2010. So this date may be relevant, okay? And it was a veterinary card, an appointment card for a dog that that is no longer with me. Passed away quite some time ago. So this next channeling is from a dog who wants to be remembered. I see a little wide-haired black dog with a white patch on its chest. I'm not sure what they would be called, but maybe a wire-haired terrier or something, I don't know. Gorgeous little face. And not very tall, but the legs do look kind of long and thin, even though it's not massively tall. I'm feeling male and around maybe 6 or 10, going by the date on the card. Could even be 7, but it could be completely different. That's just me going by the card, okay? Such a character. Cheeky. But soft, you know. Would be quite a cuddly dog. But would do the most funniest things, you know. Yeah, just a character, yeah. So the card it's an animal hospital basically. So it could have been called Beau, the dog. Or your last name could be Beaumont. Doesn't have to be, but you know. Or the name could be similar or a little bit of each, you know. So cut the name up, but anyway. I also see a cat, so could have had a feline sister or brother. Now, the name I get is Zoe, Lawrence and Curtis. Take it as it resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Alright, let me get